Welcome back to Sunnyside Speed Shop. In this episode, we're going to get this pickup bed chopped down and installed on this roadster pickup. Now, I could just leave this thing alone and bolt it on as is, but I'm not building a pickup truck. I'm building a hot rod. I don't care about a usable bed space. I mean, after with the kicked up frame, the bed floor is going to be probably up here now, so it's going to be only this deep. I'm probably going to have a gas tank in the back. Like, this is a hot rod, man. I'm not worrying about carrying lumber. So first thing I want to do, I want to pull this guy off for the original fenders to bolt onto. I don't need this, so I'm gonna grind out these rivets. Start taking this wood out. These are actually stainless. I can reuse these guys. Cool. Alright, let's see if this will physically fit over the frame. 30 3/4. Let's measure the frame. We're at 35.5 back here, so gonna have to cut that floor out. It won't just slide over it. That sucks. More work. Let's do it. So, since I'm building a hot rod and I don't really care about bed space, I want the bed to be perfectly centered. I don't want any more hangout on the rear than I do in the front. I want it perfectly centered on the rear axle. So that means I want 24 1/4 inches of bed from the center line forward and 24 1/4 from the center line back. So total bed length is going to be 48.5. All right, total bed length. We're going to go for the top rail here because this here varies. See, this overhangs further than this. So we're going to use this top rail as a reference. And we're at 56.5. So 48.5. 56.5, I need to make it 48.5, so that's less 8 inches. Let's double check. 56.5, take away 48.5, 8 inches. Brain's still working a little bit. So, I'm gonna take that 8 inches out of here before this falls off. Maybe get rid of these holes while we're at it. So in here, 8 inches, yeah. Very doable. Get a Sharpie. Should be able to eyeball the first one. Alright, we got our first line. I'm going to cut it on that side of the line. Let's go down. Right, no? 8 inches here. Gets wider down here. I feel like there's a better way of doing this. Let's cut an 8-inch strip off of this. That way we can ensure it stays nice and square. Alright. It's my 8-inch template. Oh yeah, my line was way off. It was going that way. So it's a good thing I did this. Clean off this original Sharpie so I don't get confused. Now I know it's going to be a perfectly square cut because the paper's perfectly square, so I don't got to worry about my lines getting all wonky. Perfect. I'm going to be able to get rid of these holes too while I'm at it. Now I can flip this around and use it on the other side and I'll be perfectly symmetrical. Alright. The square failed me. It was not square. Well, the square is square, but maybe this body isn't. What do you mean the 100-year-old body isn't perfectly symmetrical? This paper was a pretty good idea. Who came up with that? I guess all that's left now is cut this thing, huh? And then zip it back together. Guess there's nothing left to do and just go for it, right? Alright, obviously I gotta cut the floor out still, but I'm looking at this. I don't think I'm gonna have to cut out this rear cross member. It's gonna fit behind the frame, which is good because I'm not gonna lose this support, this strength. I only gotta cut this guy out. That guy, that's already tied up at the front. It's gonna be flimsy, and I should probably brace it, but like I said, these cars are so old and flimsy to begin with, I feel like it's easier just to cut it apart, twist it into shape the way that you want it, the way it should be, and then weld it. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and cut out probably about this much all the way down on both sides, cut out that cross member, and then we'll set it back on here with some jack stands and see what it looks like. And I wonder why my back hurts all the damn time. Now's the part where I stand back and check it out and see if I like it. I don't know. Does it look crappy? Does it look weird? Alright, now I'm just trying to figure out where exactly I want to put this bed. Before I build any braces, before I even weld the tailgate on, like the back end of this thing, weld that on, I'm going to decide where I want to mount this thing. And I was playing around with the idea of keeping it level with this top rail here, so just continue straight back, but I don't think I really like that. I think I'm going to drop it down, put this top rail level with this line, so that way this continues straight back and right into that bed. I think that'll look best. From the factory, these things are like way down here, so it's a really big jump. And I think since this is a hot rod, right, I can do whatever I want. I think visually it's going to look better if it lines up with this line and continues straight back, so that's what I'm going to do. But before I do that, I got to notch out some axle clearance because this thing's going to sit pretty low. Using these cheapo welding clamps to hold it together. I got these on Amazon. I think they're just called butt welding clamps, but you just stick that through the metal, put that little T in there, and then it clamps it together. They're not great, but they ain't bad either. Yeah, I think that looks better. Plus, I'm still going to lower the rear end of this thing another 2 inches, so this tire is going to be like level with the top of this. So that thing's going to look pretty cool driving down the road. Well, I'll have the option of lowering it, I should say. Don't know 100% if I'm going to do it yet. I got to figure out how I'm going to mount this thing. I think I want to do something similar like I did on the inside. I went ahead and cut a piece of that tubing that I used inside, used on the cab, and I'm just going to go ahead and just weld it on both sides, drill straight through, and I don't even need to weld in a nut. I can just hold one from the backside because it's open right here, which is kind of nice. Got to figure out some mounts up front here. Conveniently, those original mounts there are flush with the frame, so if I just weld a plate to the top of that, I can come straight across and then bolt it to the frame. And cut down a piece of 3/16. Basically, I'll weld that to the top of the bracket and it'll come straight across. I can drill a hole and mount it to the frame. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Give this a quick little mark so I know where to grind. I'll get some mounting holes drilled up front. right, bolted in, welded in, both sides. Brackets up here, bolted in. Sweet. Take this off one last time, weld the back half on, and then install it. We're done. Let's do it. Alright, my camera actually died while I was in the middle of welding this, but I got it finished welded, ground down. I actually did a little bit more cutting for axle clearance, and now I'm ready to install this for the final time-ish. Still gonna have to pull it on and off 100 times when it comes down to bodywork and stuff, but let's put it back on the truck, see what it looks like. Pretty strong. All right, looking good. Chopped down, welded up. Not perfect, but you know, a lot of that, the rest of it I can smooth out in body work. I didn't finish it down here. Still gotta trim this a little bit, weld that together, because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do down here yet. I might extend this down further so it kind of matches the bottom of the cab. Maybe extend this down. Maybe run this body bead all the way back. Buy a quarter panel, patch panel for a Roadster that has that bead on it and run it from here to there. I don't know. But it's on. It's looking good. My mounts. There. I think 4 bolts is enough to hold this thing on. I mean, it's strong. It ain't going nowhere. It's looking pretty good. Right on. Now I can push this thing back. Since I don't have to walk behind it with a bed anymore, I push it back and get it in a better position to work on. All right, that's a wrap for this one. Got the whole truck back together. It's a full roller, body bolted on, all the suspension on, motor trans. Up next, floor pans for the cab and the bed, steering, wiring, exhaust. I mean, I got tons of work to do. There's gonna be many episodes to come on this truck, but I'm gonna drive it just like this. I'm not doing any body and paint. So once all the suspension, everything else is done, it's a driver. We're done for now. Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next one.